This is the new Gravity Master from G-SHOCK GR-B200. Hey guys, welcome back for another G-SHOCK video. This time we are having a closer look at the all-new Master of G Gravity Master. This watch was launched officially in August and it arrives in 3 color variants. The GR-B200-1, which is the black color, GR-B200-1A9 with the rescue orange colors, and finally, which I have with me today, is the GR-B200-1A2, reminiscent of the Toyota Land Cruiser collaboration colors. There are lots to talk about this watch, so let's get to it. My very first impression of the watch when I first opened the box was, well, this doesn't look as big as I thought it would be. The two design features that stood out immediately for me was the helicopter control stick motif design on the buttons are really cool on this watch. All the 3 buttons on the side are different in size, color and also texture, so that you can operate them without looking at it. They are also placed at a slightly different angle, and that adds a little bit more character for this particular design. Apart from that, the second design feature that really stood out for me was the very sleek looking carbon fiber bezel that comes on this watch. Works really well with the overall design and also the color of the watch. The GR-B200 has got resin bands, as you can see over here. On one side it says quad sensor. The band itself feels quite tough and it's pretty thick as well. Nonetheless, it's actually very comfortable to be worn. On the top side it says shock resist, and there is a resin keeper as part of this particular watch as well. The keeper has got some kind of texture on it, and the G-SHOCK wording is present as well. The band is actually curved on the inside at the hinge over here, which means that the watch will stay firmly on your wrist even if you wear it 1 or 2 notch loose. The buckle on this watch is made of plastic. It has got a very cool design. I just don't know what it's supposed to resemble though. This is definitely not something regular on a G-SHOCK watch. Looking at the case back of this watch, the module code is 5635 and the watch is cased in Thailand. This watch comes with carbon core guard structure, and as you can see, it has got the stainless steel back and it's held together by 4 screws for easy access. You still need to remove the bands to open it up easily, which you will be doing sometime during the course of owning this watch, because this Gravity Master does not have tough solar capability. Yes, compared with the previous GR-B100, which had tough solar, this watch gets some additional features instead. We will have a look at the comparison later in the video. Looking at the front of the watch, we actually get a curved mineral glass. There are 6 buttons on the watch, so let's go through one by one. The very first button is the compass button over here. So it shows the second hand actually shows to north all the time, and currently the display is showing the bearing. And if I press the display over here, it can actually show you the actual angle as well. Alright, so that's the first button. The second button is the connect button, which is used to connect this watch via Bluetooth to the smartphone. The companion app is called G-SHOCK Connected app. That's for the second button. The third one, we have altimeter. So pretty basic. So you get two types of information over here. We have the graph, which is showing the historical altimeter readings over here, and this is the actual current reading. You can also change it if you don't want to have that particular reading shown over here and just the graph. That can be done as well by pressing the display button on the left side. Okay, let's move on to the other buttons on this watch. So the top left hand side button is the display or the adjust button. So for this particular button, you can actually use it to have different types of display configuration. So okay, currently this one shows the barometer reading, including the date. Moving on, this shows the digital time of the current time. Next, this watch comes with a step counter, so this will show you the step counter. And finally, back to the standard format, which is it's just going to show the day and also the date. One thing cool about this is the displays on this watch can be customized, and you can use different setups, and this can be done via the G-SHOCK Connected app. Moving on to the next one, which is the mode button over here. So for the mode button, let's cycle through and see what are the different features that we get on this watch. First is barometer. Again, you can press this to have different display options. And then let's move on to the next one. We have got the temperature sensor over here. Next, we have, this is memory recall for the mission logs that we have done. Next is the sunrise and also the sunset time that you have chosen for your home city. And then we have the stopwatch over here. So another difference in terms of the stopwatch compared with the GR-B200 is that this resolution is only 1/100 compared with the GR-B200. It had 1/1000 stopwatch. Moving on, we go to timer. Next, we get to the alarm. So this watch has got 5 alarms as well, and signal. The difference in the alarm is that for the GR-B200, you can actually set the alarm to a specific date, and it will actually count down towards the particular time that you have set. For this one though, for the GR-B200, you just get the basic alarm. And another thing that I would like to mention is even the mode button here is actually customizable in the G-SHOCK Connected app, which means you can change the order of whatever we have just seen, or if you're not going to use some of the features, you can actually turn it off in the app, and then you will have less thing to scroll through on the watch itself. Finally, we are going to the light button, which is on the front here. It's pretty large, also textured, very easy to get to this particular light button. The light is extremely bright on this particular watch. It lights up both the backlight on the LCD screen and also for the analog face itself. It's almost as if like a torchlight on this one. It's really bright, guys, the LED lights on this particular model. The lume on this watch is not too bad. There are hour markers, and also the hour and the minute hands both glow in the dark, and this is how they look like. Here's a quick comparison of this watch against other popular G-SHOCK watches. As I mentioned earlier in the video, here is a quick comparison of features between the GR-B200 and the GR-B200. The GR-B200 is battery operated, uses CR2025 battery with approximately 2 years of battery life. It has got sunrise and sunset data, quad sensor setup, which means it has got compass, altimeter, barometer and temperature sensor. Apart from that, it also has step counter. As you have seen, it also comes with this customization option for the mode and also the display settings via the G-SHOCK connected app. It cost 42,000 Japanese yen. Compared with the GR-B100, you get tough solar and the stopwatch is a 1/1000 second. We have 5 alarms on the GR-B100 which you can schedule to a particular date. However, on the GR-B200 you only get standard alarm, and when this watch was launched it cost approximately 40,000 Japanese yen. However, it's much cheaper right now. This is not an exhaustive list of comparison, but some that I felt that's really important as part of making of this video. Overall, it comes down to the value for money and also the balance in features that the watch offers. For me personally, if this watch had tough solar along with all the other features that it comes with it, I think it would have been a fantastic all-rounder watch and I could easily recommend this to anybody. On the other hand, despite this many sensors and also Bluetooth connectivity, we still know that G-SHOCKs are pretty power efficient in terms of using multiple sensors that they have on them. I also like the way that this watch looks. The design elements are all there for a tough looking G-SHOCK watch. So this one is going to stay with me. Do let me know in the comments on what are your thoughts about this watch. Will you still be considering it? Does the missing tough solar influence the buying decision? That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I will be most likely doing the GA900 review next. Do keep a lookout for that. Don't forget to support me by subscribing to this channel. Until next time, see ya.